The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Bryant Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region Sports Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, alongside Edward Hall. And of course, Edward always, folks, I'll just tell you something. He always deals with stage fright here at the beginning of these shows. Once he shakes it off, he'll be all right. But want to wish everybody a happy Sunday, and well, it's not too happy for me. My Bengals are getting routed again, but oh well, it happens. And my Wildcats got routed, but I guess we could look forward to I guess Midnight Madness, and Edward's playing the music for me. Can't say enough about that. Edward loves playing the music for me. I know that. But, you know, we got Midnight Madness, I believe, Friday night. So, for us Kentucky fans, we can be a little optimistic about maybe basketball season kicking in. But who knows? It's going to be a crazy week up there in Lexington about the revolving door of coaches up there. But that's going to be another story for another day. But finally, Edward is back playing the music. And, you know, he deals with a little bit of stage fright from time to time. But let's see if he shook it off. Edward, how are you doing?
Buddy, I'm trying to get all this lined out.
He's saying he's doing the Sharon and Karen stuff, but Edward does a pretty good job. Ryan won't be with us tonight. I guess he's playing hooky tonight. We'll have some write up slips for him, taking off here tomorrow and all that good stuff. I don't know. We call Edward the ball and hammer, so I don't know what kind of punishment he has in mind. Maybe has to take us out to Mr. Gaddy's. I don't know exactly what it is, but we'll figure it out, though. But that being said, we'll take the time to thank our sponsors before we get started. Bryant Family Medicine, of course. What can you say, Edward? It's a change of seasons. People's getting a little bit of a allergy stuff, a little bit of runny nose, the coughs, the aches, all that good stuff. And they definitely the right people to go to for sure. And also, if you're in the market for buying and selling, Heather Martinez is definitely your hookup. That young lady's been on her show on several occasions, and cannot speak well enough about her and what she has did for us. And Edward, I know you got the money, and I know that you're willing to, you know, probably buy a house at this point in time in your life. You know who to go to. Yeah, and I put up the wrong one, and Edward's corrected me. Edward, tell them what they need to do with this one.
Well, for every one of our viewers that's watching and everybody that'll watch this later on down the line, you see that QR code right there. Go ahead and scan it, and that'll take you straight to her pages, and go ahead and like and share her page. And that way you'll stay up to date if you're in the market looking to buy or sell your home, or just, you know, just wanting to look at some. But Heather Martinez is your hookup.
And while we're waiting for our first guest to come on, I want to also give a special shout out to our photographers that has all chipped in and helped Edward and Ryan also make these real special graphs that they do. Keisha Ambergy, Jonah Dayton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Erica Felty Marler, and a new one, Chastity Sailor, and Sandra Whitehead on my behalf, of course, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Edward Hall, Ryan Garnett. We got photographers everywhere. Edward, who did I miss?
Well, I can't ever give enough thanks out to Scott Warren Photography for allowing us to use his, and Nevaeh Allen. Go check out her photography work. She is just a senior in high school, and she is already light years above where I'm at. And then we've got, if I'm pronouncing all this right, Wildflower Frames Photography from out of Jackson County. And if I wanted to go down the list of all the outer region photographers that we have, Mark, it'd take me about an hour. But I just want to thank all the photographers that allows us to use their pictures that they put up.
And we've also need to talk about our guests. Got two special guests on tonight. Miley Olmstead and Wes Dow. And Miley's from Knox Central, Wes is from South Laurel. Cannot wait to get our guests on and start talking to them. Got a good show lined up tonight, but while we're waiting for them, Edward, you had a wild week. We covered some games. We also covered a game together. It was good to see you and family and nieces. And talking about family and nieces, you probably got a special shout out for a special someone that might have had a birthday.
Yeah, well, my oldest daughter, Chloe, just turned 12. She turned 12 on the 20th, but due to weather and cross-country meets, we had to postpone the birthday party till today. But she's the big 12, and it's hard to believe that time flies like that.
Well, happy late birthday to you, and just love your family. Edward, your family's my family, and it's time does fly. Tell people you'll go from holding them to not wanting to let go, and it's just the way it is. And trust me, that's one of the hardest things you'll ever do is to let them go. But we got to cover a game Friday night, and we rarely get our schedules to where we can both be together. So again, that was a nice night to be able to cover. So let's talk a little bit about the game we did get to cover together, Edward.
Well, Friday night we went down to a dandy of a football game down at Corbin. We watched Johnson Central make the travel to Corbin to play the Red Hounds, and it was a back and forth battle. I'm gonna say it was a tale of two halves. Johnson Central came out the first half and looked like they was just getting ready to put this game away, and then Corbin does what Corbin does. They came out at halftime with a whole different mentality and tied the game up, took the lead, and you felt the momentum change and swing, but a very timely timeout by Johnson Central's coach allowed them to grind back up the field and take the lead again. And then Corbin marches back down, scores, take the lead. And then I'm going to say that Johnson Central done a patented stall ball, done 25 plays for 7 minutes and got down, left a minute left on the clock to be able to advance on and win that game.
And they're toward the end of the game. And I'm creating my cough all of a sudden, but they're toward the end of that game. Not toward the end of the game, but the last play, the good old fashioned hook and ladder type deal, and I don't know exactly who caught it there for Corbin, and then you're like, wow, there's a minute there. You're like, are they going to do this? Are they going to convert this? Are they going to convert this? And it's just like, wow. But that went to the final play, but we knew it was going to be that way. But of course, Corbin's been really good for a long time, and another team that's been right there, and another team that's really flexing their muscle this year. We've got one of their players from South Laurel. Let's go ahead and bring him on. And hopefully I pronounced West Dow. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, but thank you for coming on. And
Thanks for having me.
Wes, it's just hard not to look and see what your school's doing right now and saying, "Wow!" I mean, you're taking it to a lot of teams, and you're a big reason why. I know you're all about team, but
Yeah.
you know we're allowed to give you credit, personal
Yeah.
credit. So you're a big reason why. And just talk a little bit about them South Florida Cardinals and how the season's going.
Yeah, we've had a great season, big team wins. You know, just couldn't ask for a better season so far.
Yeah, just absolutely. And you know, I know Edward's going to like shake his head, but Edward knows that they're toward at the beginning of the year. Edward, quote me if I'm right. I was like, watch out for them South Florida Cardinals. Am I right? I even had you
Well,
really.
Unfortunately, Wes, I can't agree with him, even though he said that, so I'm still going to have to disagree with him. So he did say that, but I'm still disagreeing.
You know, I just, just from how the season finished for you last year, and great coaching staff, great players, it was just a no-brainer to know that Yinzer's going to, Yinzer's going to really take it to some teams this year.
Yeah.
I know Yinz put the work in like any other team out there, but did you think that, I mean, at the beginning of the season, do you think that you would have been this good? Do you think you're ahead of schedule, or is this where you'd think that you would be at this point?
I think we're right where we're supposed to be. You know, we put in a lot of work. Trust Coach Hahn. Just here's the results.
And I got to ask you, too, about Coach Hahn. Just tell us a little bit about playing under him.
Oh, it's great. I mean, he's a great coach. He knows a lot about football. Yeah, I mean, we're all just bought in.
And I know on the field, Wes, I'm sure it's all business, and you just work hard. You just put it all in. You leave it all on the line. But is it hard not to sometimes, me just a spectator, and I'm not on the field with you and this and that. But by just watching you play, I'm like, that offense looks fun. It looks fun. Is it as fun as it looks? I mean,
It
looks like
it's real fun. It's real fun.
So do you ever down there just catch yourself, maybe if you get up on a game and maybe some of the junior varsity, the classmen up and under, you might be in there playing. Do you ever just catch yourself just being a fan of that offense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's super entertaining to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, just some of the complexity of it and just watching these guys, I'm like, my goodness, this looks like the New York Jets out there.
Yeah.
I just, you just don't see some of that in this level, and you just run it to perfection. I mean, it's just awesome. And you hit them with big runs, and I like your running style too. You're not an easy takedown either, and it's hard. It's hard not to notice that. But I could talk to you all night.
So when you get my age, the only thing I can do anymore is just be a spectator and look at stats, because you don't want to see me out there, because if I get hit, I'm going to break a hip, be flopping around like a fish.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to really see that. But I don't know if you pay much attention to your stats, but right now you've got 622 rushing yards with the stats that is posted and 16 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, 16.
So I just got to ask you, what are you seeing out there on the field to allow you to be able to perform at the level you're doing?
I mean, I couldn't do it without my O-line, Mason, just getting me holes, just getting the field open. So, yeah, I couldn't do it without them.
So, O-line is always, a big credit to allowing you to get that. But speaking of O-line, there's another team that you all are getting, I believe it's this Friday, that has a pretty good offense and defensive lineman themselves. So if y'all had a chance to look into Pulaski County any?
Yeah, we looked at them a little bit, just getting prepared for them this coming Friday. Big game. We're excited.
So, I actually went to South Laurel myself. But I've got to ask you, being a athlete out there on that football field. Let me in what it's like with the fan base that you have.
Oh, it's great. They're just like a 12th man out there. They're loud, crazy. Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely. So before the season kicked off, I'm probably assuming I already know the answer to this question, but before it kicked off, which team was you couldn't wait to play the most?
Definitely that team across town. I can't wait for that one.
I kind of figured that was going to be the answer, but I've been to many of those games, been in many of those. So tell me what it's like being a athlete during the South-North rivalry game.
It's crazy. I mean, I actually didn't get a play in it last year. I was hurt, but just being there on the sideline, even it was unreal.
So what Mark was talking about, like how your season has came along so far. Tell me what you all did in the off season to get yourself to the point that you're at right now.
Yeah, a lot of us, we were doing track and field, and then we were doing like speed training just in the weight room every day. We got a weightlifting class at school, so we're just in there every day and just getting hard, going after it.
So, do you do track and field also?
Yeah.
So, how does being a multi-sport star, how does that keep you, in shape and ready for your next sport?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get much of an off season, but I'm always just staying active, just trying to get better, get faster, stronger.
So it's just track and field and football, the only two sports you players are more.
That's it.
So in the game of football, which one do you get like more hyped up for? Is it like a big run, a big pass, like a sack? I mean, which one gets you more fired up?
Definitely a big run, just running somebody over and getting the hard first down. Yeah, definitely that.
Absolutely. Mark?
Well, if our other host would be on, Wes, he played hooky on us tonight. So I'm going to ask you first off, what would be a good punishment for him? Should we just ride him up? Should we make him take us out to eat? Or what do you think we should do? Just
take you out to eat.
Well, we'll tell Ryan we heard it from Wes. Ryan, if you're watching, you're taking us out to eat, buddy. And I'm awful hungry. We ain't gonna go for these cheap berries either.
Yeah.
But talking about the food, and of course, this would be the main question he would ask you. In the Laurel County area, and God knows that you are very blessed with a lot of restaurants compared to my area. It's got like 4. But London's got restaurants every corner.
Yeah.
But what is your favorite place to eat at? It could be a sit-in, it's fast food, it could be anything.
I'd probably say Wings and Rings.
I like
at least that's different than always Mexican. So I
get tired of the Mexican.
They've only got like 4 or 5 Mexicans there in London. They got Mexican restaurants everywhere there.
Yeah.
But have you went to the I just went over my
Zaxby's?
Yeah, Zaxby's.
I have. Yeah.
So are you a Zaxby's fan?
It's all right. I like Chick-fil-A better.
I like it all. All the chicken. I like any type.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But Wes, of course, we'd also be asking you to do us another favor. But again, our co-host played hooky on us tonight, so we don't have the graphics put up. Well, normally we ask our guests to do some movie, vote for us, but of course he played hooky, so we don't have him up tonight. But Ryan, you did hear it from Wes. You will take us out to eat. I'll let Ever pick the spot out. Wes, back to football. I know you have a team goal. Your team goes like anybody else's, and I know you want to be the last team standing. Right now, you are undefeated. So who says you can't be the last team standing?
Yeah.
So what is it going to take to get that?
I mean, just putting a lot of hard work in at practice, doing what the coaches ask us to do, and just putting our heads down and grinding.
And I know I'm sure that a humble young man, which you are, and I can tell that by talking to you, and you're all about team. Um, what would it take? I mean, are there any? I know you're just far from peaked. I know you're not going to say we peaked already.
Yeah.
What can you do to improve yourself so you get you that much more on track?
I think a big thing is our penalties. We've had quite a bit, and if we cut those out, we'll have a lot more offensive yards that actually count instead of getting called back. And I think that'll help a lot.
Do you think the penalties are just from just I mean effort penalties where you're just giving it all, you're all just maybe a little bit faster what you should be and a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean all that can be cleaned up. But my last question before I give you off to Edward is I was also in Laura County and I went to school. It was on one school, so I'm pretty old. But that being said, I know about the fan base and the support. I mean, just talk about that and about how it feels whenever you put that Cardinal uniform on and you walk out there and know that you've got the love and support that you get.
Yeah, it feels great just having a big crowd there every night supporting us. It's just it helps a lot. Just a lot of encouragement.
Edward, do you have anything else for him?
Yeah, actually, this is probably one of my favorite questions I always ask. So through your time playing football, it can literally be in the backyard, passing the football around with friends, family, at a park, varsity game. What would you consider your all-time favorite memory in football?
I'd say it'd be last year against Knox Central. It was a pretty close game. Then I got a screen pass called to me, and I took it to the house to pretty much seal the game.
So, Mark, you got anything else for I show him a few things we put together?
No, the floor is yours.
All right, so Wes, we normally put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking the time to come on and listen to us ramble on for a few minutes. But I will get these sent over to Mark to get sent out to you, and they will be posted on all of our social media sites. But I got one huge favor to ask.
Okay.
Out of the two I show you, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
All right. Yeah, that one's pretty sweet. I like the lightning bolts.
So you like the second one better?
Yeah.
Well, Mark, I know you bribed him before the show. You can go ahead and admit it now.
I'll pay you afterward.
Okay.
After Edward pays me what he owes me.
Listen, I don't know. You just inflated his head so big that he ain't going to be able to fit out to go get the lunch.
No. See, Wes has come in here and absolutely nailed it. He's going to make Ryan buy something to eat. He picked a good graphic. I mean, what else can you say? He's run for 16 touchdowns, got us a free meal, and he picked a good graphic. So what else can you say about this young man?
Well, other than he's just killing it out there on the football field, I mean.
And he got dinner.
But, Wes, I do want to personally thank you for taking your time to come on.
Thanks for having me.
From everything I've seen, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. And looking forward to getting the chance to get out to see-ins this season, and best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you.
Wes, just keep on keeping on. I've watched a lot of tape on you, and I've talked to some people. Everybody's has just nothing but good to say about you. You got a good head on your shoulders. What you're doing, just keep doing it. Everything will fall into place, and just wish you personally the best of luck. And if anything you like, what's the word for it, Edward? I know milestone. Milestone. Any milestone, something you do that's special. What let's know about. Let's make some stuff up for you because you deserve that attention, and you're definitely put the product on the field, and it's guys like us that should put you out there also. And just good luck for your future, and good luck to your team's future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a good interview.
That was
And
a very
folks,
good interview.
if you want to go watch a fun team, go watch South Florida. I mean, it's like it's hard to explain. It's just a lot of moving parts. Them young men put a lot of work into what they do. And it's only offensively. They shut the door defensively on you too. And look at these scores here. I mean, go to their schedule and basically in the last 5 games, Edward, you might be able to help me here. In 5 games, they've only allowed 26 points. If my math is correct, that's about 4 points a game, 4 point something.
You said in the last 6 games?
The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they've allowed in 5 games, they've allowed 26 points.
So that's like 5.2 points per game.
Okay, see, all I think South has to do is score 1 touchdown and win. What if that offense can do it about, like he said, one screen pass to him and let him take it, to the house. South ain't only an offensive team; they're good defensively too. And I'm telling you, that Pulaski County game, if I can make it on time, but we got these things called jobs. I would love to be sitting up there at Pulaski County and watch them to. Yeah, I got you. Whatever that word is. I don't even know the word even to say it. Them 2 teams collide. That would be a matchup. And you got
getting ready to have a slobber knocker of a match.
Yeah. And Pulaski County's good. South Florida's good. That's going. But the next three are going to none of them games. No game's easy. But the next 3, you got Pulaski County, Southwestern, and North Florida. Them are really, really big games for South, so they need to make sure that they can keep, the pedal down, keep the throttle down, don't let up, keep the working. Keep doing what they're doing, and good things will come. But that being said, while we're waiting for our next guest, Edward, if you want me to, I'm gonna go ahead and run one of the most. What can we say? It's one of the most anticipated graphics. And I might have to wait because our guest might already come on. And she's right on time. We're the ones that are always running late. Miley's like, I'll show you how to be on time. And Miley just sent a strong message to Ryan. Come to work on time, be on time. Yeah. So we'll hold off on the most anticipated graphics in sports today and bring on just this interview that I'm excited to do. And just what this young female did is for her age is she is like setting the stand. You talk about breaking records. People breaks records. Kicks them doors open. She's like kicking doors open, and she's like shattering the wood. I mean, she could at least save the wood, let us burn it for fires. I don't know, but we'll bring her on.
How about going with like she don't set the bar, she is the bar.
She is. Let me see. You're better at these quotes than me. So since your tongue is working way better than mine tonight, I'm gonna let you introduce her because I'm about afraid if I mispronounce her last name, she might give me that 30-yard stare. So I'm gonna let you go at it.
All right. So hopefully I ain't pronouncing this wrong, but it's Miley Olmstead, right?
Yes, sir.
Now Everett's got, like, I got it. And I already got a comment on here from Jackie. I'm watching you, Miley. So proud of you. And we're watching her too. And just hard not to see what you've been doing. Molly,
All right, hold on. I got to interrupt you real quickly. So correct me if I'm wrong. You're just a sophomore, correct?
Yes, sir.
And already with the stats that is uploaded, 24 goals on just this season alone.
Yes.
which, tell me if I'm wrong, Molly, is a single season school record.
I don't know for the high school. I don't think so.
Okay, well, I thought I saw something, but maybe I was wrong.
It's the career record
Career record.
for
Woo.
45, I think. Yeah.
As a sophomore.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. That is.
I've also broke the in game last year as a freshman with 7.
7 goals in one game.
In
Yes.
one game.
Yeah.
I don't believe I can get 7 goals in a 7-year season.
Wow. As a sophomore, already broke the school record. Also, I mean, Molly, can we brag on you here for a few minutes?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
She's already shattered this as a sophomore. Okay. She's got 2 more years. You know, of course, the bigger, stronger, faster is going to happen. And she's already got good knowledge of the game, and now the body will catch up with it. She's going to get better and better and better. But this is a record that arguably might not ever be touched again. Because she is not, like I said earlier, she just busted the door down. She might have left some toothpicks there. And this is going to be a record that's going to be really, really hard to catch up with. As you said, she ain't setting the bar. She is that bar. And people are going to be.
The bar. She is the bar.
Right. And and with that kind of talent, what you're doing, and I know you're all about team. And, we're allowed to brag on you individually. But, people's going to be talking about you for a long time. A long, long time. Way past you being in high school going to the next level. But you will go to the next level. With that kind of what you're producing on the field, the phones are going to be burning up. But for sure. But just tell us some thoughts about this year's team and how the season's going.
Well, I love my team to death. There's not one time that I've not scored off of somebody just doing a great play on defense, or somebody doing a great play on the throw-ins, or just in general the effort. It's just the whole entire team. Like, I love my team to death, and this season has been a great season compared to the past seasons. We've improved a lot, especially being a new program to soccer. It's just been a great season and all.
It just, it's just amazing what you're accomplishing at the age that you are, especially as a sophomore, and just you're performing at the highest level, and it's just really, really amazing to see what you're doing. And also, I think I saw some maybe a graphic or 2 of you maybe on Hype Sports Media also. So we're not the only media outlet that's seeing what you're doing, and it's just hard not to try to promote you. And I'm sure that Edward will also tell you too, any more milestones that you get, be for sure to get up with Edward or me, or well, if you get up to me, I'm going to just give it to Edward. Edward's like our graphic specialist. But any milestones that you get, let us make you up some stuff. Let us promote you. And that's what it takes in today's society, to put you out there, to let other coaches get you on YouTube. Let's let these other schools, start seeing what you're doing, on and off the field. And again, I don't know, it might help you get to school someday. And if so, once you graduate college and start making that big money and all that stuff, you're going to need somebody mowing your grass and weed eating and all that stuff. You can buy me like a little ride lawnmower, and you can get Edward like a weed eater. We'll keep your grass cut. But that's all that we ask in return, once we make you all this money. But uh, you spoke a little bit about your season, your teammates and stuff like that. Just what I mean, just from where you are now, from where you started, what can you do to better yourself as a team?
Well, to better ourselves as a team, I mean, we just got to continue working during the off season because that's where you get everything that we've worked for to stay up. Is just to continue to get in the weight room, work as a team bonding. Just the little things over the off season is where everything will come back in next season.
I believe district play starts for you Tuesday.
We play Tuesday. I think it starts Monday.
Okay, starts Monday. And is it at your school? Is it at
Yes.
Knox? Okay. So just tell us a little bit about the support that you get there at Knox Central.
We've got a lot more support now because we're showing who we are as a team and just as a sport in general. We started out with no support. We were the low sport. We weren't really anything until we made our own path. And now people are seeing us a little bit more as a sport and supporting us.
Is soccer the only thing you do, or are there other sports that you play?
No, I do basketball. I ran cross country to stay in shape. I do track and then soccer. I'm also on this Kentucky Rush team. I just made it. It will be happening during the off season.
Uh, Kentucky, I didn't quite hear that. My
Uh,
internet.
yeah, it's a Kentucky Rush team.
So what exactly is that?
It's they take a whole bunch of people from around the area and like make a big team, like a Kentucky team, and they go and do tournaments and stuff like that. Like you have to try out. It's like a whole bunch of different from their region.
Well, that's a really big honor, huh? That's a Edward. Have you ever heard anything about like that?
I've heard of a couple people telling me about that, but I never knew anything official.
But see, Molly, you just educated us on something else, and that's the reason why we get student athletes like you on to educate us old guys that don't have a clue on nothing. So we
Yes.
do thank you for that for sure. Edward,
But I did get to cover yins a couple times last season. I've got to see yins a couple times this season, and I will have to say that I've personally seen the improvement in your team. I just have to ask you, what did you all do on the off season to better yourself?
Well, we started in like June, July of conditioning, running. Like we never really had a ball at our feet until actual season started. We were in the gym, running, conditioning, just getting the endurance and just able to withhold 40 minutes. And then once the season actually started, we actually got our foot on the ball before really anybody else did around our area, which I think really helped our team this year, just being ahead of everybody.
So I am going to have to ask you. I've got to see quite a few soccer games in the last couple of years, but the 40 minutes, you know, I just got to ask you, how do you keep that up? Because I get tired just sitting there watching you run back and forth. So I could imagine being out there running. So how do you keep the energy and the drive going that you all have?
It's just the dedication to wanting to win and the effort. Um, you get your wind back whenever the ball is away from you because you should be able to rely on your team to be able to get the ball back up to you. And so you get your wind real fast before the ball comes back up to you because you're hoping that they'll get it up there fast. And it's just all endurance and dedication.
So, I think go ahead, Mark.
Edward, I hate to interrupt, but I got two things. Comment by Avery. Go Molly, go! I am watching you. Sissy loves you, and she getting all kinds of love. Molly, I don't ever get no love. I just get Edward, mistreat me and all that other stuff. But Edward and Molly, I hope I'm not embarrassing you. I know I've blowed you up a lot, but you are really impressive for real. And I'm not saying you're a young kid. You're a sophomore. You're getting there, but your questions I mean, your answers are point on, and just you're just boom, 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 and you're very chill at this, and I can see now why you score all them goals, in soccer goals. You're a very, I guess, a young term chill at this, and you're a real cool customer, and your answers are awesome, and we're learning a lot from you.
Thank you.
And,
Yeah, so you caused me to lose my
but
train of
but but
thought.
but ain't the answers really? I mean, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like rattling them off like nothing.
Yes. Oh, I know where I was going with this. So, yeah, does coach have a spot where a player can just stand? If so, tell him I'm his guy. If he's got a spot that he needs a player to fit in where somebody just stands there, I've got it.
Well, not really. I mean, defense, you don't run a lot, but you still have to have endurance to be able to do big spurts.
Well, I'm out there. My big spurt only happens if you got Taco Bell sitting somewhere. So. But yeah. So I do got to ask you. Now your freshman year till now, what did you personally do to get yourself to the level you're at right at this minute?
Well, I've played since I was 3, so
Wow.
I mean, it's just I always have a soccer ball at my feet, cleats and everything, just full gear 24/7. I hit the weight room on our off days just because if there's a game, if I have a game on Monday and I don't have a game until Thursday, I'll hit the weight room and have a ball at my feet no matter if there's practice or not. And I think that's really helped by keeping my skills and my muscles up and endurance and everything.
Well, I think this game might have happened last season, but I think you all was at Harlan County up at the Oakwood football field, and it started raining.
Yeah.
Up there. So I got to ask you, how does rain play into the game of soccer?
I love playing in the rain personally, just because it throws off the goalkeepers, which is not good for our goalkeeper, but if we keep it up on our offensive side, it won't harm us. But I love playing in the rain just because it's fun, and you got to have a little bit more control over the ball to be able to play in the rain, and I absolutely love it.
So before I turn you back over to Mark, I do got to ask you, during practices, has there ever been an incident where anybody's kicked the ball and it's hit the coach?
No, not well. Actually, maybe almost, but well, I kicked the ball and broke a girl's nose before. It was our backup goalie.
That's the pack up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that lets me know if I'm at the goal and she's kicking one, I think I'm ducking, because if she's kicking that hard, I ain't stopping. I'm just but Mark.
Yeah, that's my mind's going 100 different directions now. I can see her like wham bam. That. Ooh. Okay. See now I've lost my chain of thought. Okay. We had a guy to play hooky on us tonight, one of our other co-hosts, and I asked Wes what kind of punishment we're going to do to him. I think Edward's already got the write-up slip already on him and stuff like that. And he's already called him 4 times. And Wes said that Ryan should take us out to eat. I mean, do you think?
I agree
should we
with
just
that. I agree with that. And that's just become. I love food. I love food. So I'll agree with that.
well see
I
now?
love food too, so
I agree with that.
Well, talking about food, this would be one question that he will ask you if he was on here tonight. Would be in the Barville area. I won't say Barville. I'm not going to say Knox County. That makes it too easy. Hey, I will say Barville area. Okay. Because Barville's like Williamsburg. They got like 6 restaurants or something like that.
Yeah,
But
it's bad.
what is your most favorite place to eat at in Barville? It could be a set-in, a fast food, anything.
Mexican. I love Mexican.
There's your answer. And, Wes come on here and said, rings and wings. We've heard like 100 straight Mexican answers on that. We eat Mexican.
If we had a Raising Cane's, I would say that, but we don't have a Raising Cane's.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Raising Cane's. Have you ate the Zaxby's in London yet?
No, not in London, but I've had Zaxby's.
I like Zaxby's, but I'm like you. I think Raising Cane's is like a different level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Raising Cane. Like every time I take the wrestling team, it's like after the wrestling meets, where we eating Raising Cane's. I already knew where we're going.
Yes, I agree.
I already know where we're going on there. So, now I'm on the subject of food. I'm talking about Mexican. I got something to tell you about it. Maybe you could help us straighten out Edward. Edward loves Taco Bell, but he will not eat Mexican.
Okay. That's new. It's like the same thing almost. What?
well,
See,
here's
you son, Molly's been all cool and calm and collective until she heard that. She's like, we're the same way, Molly. We're the same way.
well,
Same way.
here's the difference. Okay, I'm a very picky eater, and I can't read half of what's on the menu, so I don't know what it comes with.
Just read like below it.
Yeah.
That's what I do because I can't read it.
Molly tell me just burrito, taco, and rice and nachos. You got nacho supreme deluxe or a burrito supreme deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the same. It's like the same thing.
It just worded
Well,
a little
see,
different.
Yeah.
The only difference there is if I just want like a taco, I'm better off to go by Taco Bell, get it, go, and go cover a game.
I personally think Mexican's better than Taco Bell.
It is.
It is.
Do you put cheese sauce on everything, or do you like the red sauce?
Cheese sauce on everything.
Cheese sauce, yeah. I think everybody goes with the cheese sauce. Everybody has that.
On everything.
Molly, I got a couple more that I'll let you go. I'm sure that Edward's got a couple things he's going to want to show you and stuff like that. You've been a great interview. You've been awesome. I gotta ask you this on Kicks and Giggles, okay? And you talk about working out a lot and stuff. I'm sure your teammates work out with you too and stuff like that. But if you all had an arm wrestling competition, just your teammates, who would come out the grand champion?
Not me. Not me. My legs are everything I have. My arms are not it.
So you don't do the bicep stuff, or?
My arms are so weak. It's like insane. My legs though, I could beat somebody in legs, but that's it.
So you get them like in a figure 4 leg lock or something if you had to.
Yeah.
So who do you think would win an arm wrestling competition on your team?
Probably Amber Honeycutt. She is jacked. She is.
Does she walk around in school for sleeves rolled up?
She is. She has like natural muscle. Like it's insane. I know. I would not test her. Nuh-uh.
Well, again, you've been a great interview, and we absolutely will love to have you on again. And you know, we've got a couple more years to actually keep aggravating you to death because we're definitely going to want to bring you back on several more times. You're a great interview. I had real fun with it, and Molly, you get it. It's all about coming in here and laugh a little bit. You go through it up between school and sports. You don't need two old guys. Give us a breakdown of this, or how yeah, like I know, like I'm sure what Molly said. I already know soccer. I don't need to have to, yeah. But you get it. You've been a great interview. But I'm sure Edward's got a few things for you.
So, Molly, before I show you a few things we put together for you, I've got one final question for you. And this is probably my favorite question to ask all the student athletes. So, through your time playing soccer, this can go all the way back to you being in the backyard kicking the soccer ball with friends, family, anything. What would you consider your favorite all-time memory?
Probably winning our first game last year. It was just on a total different level. Like, we were used to just going in and getting beat by like one or two, it being close or just getting beat. But it had to be a different level of experience. Just winning it together and knowing like the effort we put in, it just on a different level feeling.
Absolutely. So, did anybody do any backflips when you won?
No, we did some cartwheels, but and then we dumped the coach with water.
So, Miley, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and this is kind of our way of saying thank you for taking the time to listen to us ramble on. But I am going to have to ask you for one huge favor. So when I show you both of these, you got to kind of tell me which one you like the most, the first one or the second.
Okay. That one's good. I don't know. I think I like the first one. I think.
See, Mark, nothing wrong with the OG graphic. No.
Well, she's been a great interview. Plus, she's got us a free dinner by Ryan. So we'll let her go. We'll let her slide with the yeah. Edward loves that first one. I like the second one. So we have like an inside competition. I had been in a row a little bit. I think I won like 3 or 4 in a row here. And then Miley, you just come in and just like, no more. Shut it down. Shut it down completely.
But I will get these graphics sent over to Mark. That way they can get sent out to you. And they will be posted on every one of our social media sites. But, just like what Mark said earlier, any type of milestone you hit, or if you hit another, 5, 7, 12 games, which 12 goals in a single game, which I know you're going to do, feel free to reach out to me and let me know that. That way I can put you together, another graphic and get you promoted, the best of our ability. But Miley, I do want to thank you for taking your time. You've been a great interview. From what I've seen, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. And I just want to wish you best of luck in the district tournament coming up.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Miley, whenever I was your age, she already cut out, but whenever I was Miley's age, honestly, somebody asked me a question. Oh yeah, you nailed that. You nailed that. But when I was Miley's age, somebody tried to interview me the way that we did her. I would have been a nervous wreck. But thoughts of tonight's game? Yeah, that'd be my answer. Yep. I mean, she come in here like I mean, wow. All these student athletes, they're light years above me at that age. Light years. And but that's the talent that we've got in this 13th region, and not only in this region, but all over the state. And Edward, you go out and meet a lot of them statewide too, and you see it everywhere, and just absolutely light years. But Edward, you know what this leads us to? Since we don't have no movie graphics to vote on, we're going to go into maybe some of the most anticipated graphics in all of sports. You know, everybody, it's like the time ticks down until the RP5s get put up. So, Edward, what sport should we start? And we'll put up the RP5s.
Well, to be honest with you, I can't see them, so just pick one.
Okay, I'll just pick the first one I see. So this looks like girls soccer off the bat. We just got done interviewing Molly, but on the Kansas say 13th region girls soccer top 5. And if you read on the bottom, these are subject to change hourly. So this thing might even be changed by the time we post it. North Laurel number 1, Middlesboro number 2, Whitley County number 3, Corbin 4, Bell 5. Anything, Edward?
Well, going off the RPI, it's always, I ain't going to say it's always correct because it's any given night, any team can win. It's just who wants it the most and who puts out the most heart during the middle of the game. But I have seen the majority of every one of these teams play this season, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the district and region shapes up.
And like I said earlier, these are subject to change hourly. There's a lot of factors that go in it. Maybe a team hasn't updated their stats. These change like randomly hours, so they might even be different at this point than what they are at the point that we're posting. So that leads us into the Kansas State 13th region volleyball top 5, and this I'm going to have to do some explaining real quick. You got number 1 Whitley County, number 2 Corbin, number 3 Bell County, number 4 Williamsburg, and number 5 Harlan County. Okay, now this is the RPI, folks, and this has nothing about state rankings or our rankings. This is basically read right off the Kansas AA RPI deal. And yes, I know that there's going to be some Corbin folks that say, hey, we beat Whitley County 3 times this year. The RPI ain't all about head-to-head. It's a lot of mathematics involved in it, strength of schedules. There's a lot that factors into this. So even if you do have head-to-head, it don't always work out with you that way, the RPI, because I can specifically tell you a story a few years back. I believe Rockcastle County, ever tell me if I brought it wrong, had beat Bell County during the regular season and even won the district, and Bell County still had a higher RPI.
Correct.
So, I mean, sometimes it works. There's a lot of mathematics that go into that. But, Edward, you got any comments?
Well, I mean, just like you said, head to head don't always play into a factor of RPI. I'm sure that's penciled in somewhere, but size of the school you're playing, in state teams. So, if you're playing, a few out of state teams, that don't really help your RPI none. But I have seen basically every one of these teams play. And again, just like what I said in soccer, I'm super excited for the district tournament and seeing how region shapes up this season.
So that will lead us into our next one, which is the Kansas AA 13th region boys soccer top 5. And again, there's another head-to-head where North has beat OBI head-to-head. But again, as I repeat myself, this ain't always about head-to-head. There's a lot of math involved in this. And strength of schedules, like Edward says, out-of-state teams, in-state teams. And maybe there's squads that a team has beat that hasn't even posted their stats yet, don't even qualify for an RPI. But again, there's a lot of numerous factors, and this thing can be changed by the time we post it. But at number 1, you got OBI. Number 2, North Laurel. Number 3, Whitley County. Number 4, South Laurel. And number 5, Corbin.
Yeah, so, just like you said, RPI will always play itself out no matter how you slice it. But again, OBI is good. North Laurel's good. Whitley County's good. South Laurel's good. Corbin's good. And, district tournament time, there's, it's crazy to think that, come time for region that possibly, one of these teams or none of these teams could possibly even make it into region due to the fact, like I said before, just because you got the higher RPI don't mean you're guaranteed that win.
Absolutely. But you're right, it always plays itself out. And last but not least, the Kansas AA 13th region football top 5. And wow, we got Bell County sitting loud and proud at number 1, 2 Middlesboro, 3 North Laurel, 4 South Laurel, and 5 Corbin. Wow.
So I've got to see.
Go ahead, Edward. Go ahead, Edward.
So I've got to see 3 of these teams play this season so far, but Bell County, we know what kind of team they are, and as long as they win their season out, I'm about positive they'll set it to the 1 maybe 2 spot in 3A. Middlesboro, as long as they win their season out, they're going to be setting high. But I still think, as far as Middlesboro, the Garrett County game getting canceled on them will come back a little bit on them during RPI. But North Laurel has had massive big time wins here these last few weeks, and South Laurel, we just had a player on today, talking to him, what a roll they've been on. They finish out their season with all wins. Look out where they could be sitting at in the RPI ranking and theirs. And we know what type of team Corbin is. Because their RPI don't mean really nothing to them. They're just ready to play every Friday.
Here's my on down the line. Again, I don't know the word how you could put it. How it could work out. North Laurel right now sitting at number 2, or was sitting at number 2 in 5A in the RPI. Say North Laurel wins out. Good possibility they're number 1 in the RPI. If South Laurel wins out, there's a good possibility South Laurel is number 1 in the RPI. Edward, picture this. And it could possibly happen. Say North Laurel, South Laurel both win out. End of the season, the crosstown rivalry, both of them playing for the number 1 spot in the RPI.
That game would be huge.
That could very easily work out. Again, I'm sure both teams, both coaches will say, we got to take it one game at a time. But that could very easily work out, folks. That South Laurel and North Laurel could be playing each other for a chance of being number 1 in that RPI spot. Think of that. Bell County is sitting number 2. I'm like Everett. I believe if they win out, they're sitting probably in that number 2 spot. It's going to be really, really hard to surpass Christian Academy Louisville, consider what that they did. Middlesboro, I agree with what Edward says. The Garrett County game will come back and bite them, and I believe the out-of-state game will hurt them some too. Them 2 games right there will hurt them. But Middlesboro, they're really good, and I'm sure they don't care where they play at.
I still think that they have a chance to finish. If they win out, they still got, I think it's 4A Harrison County that they're traveling to. And they got Lexington Sawyer. They got big-time matchups against Pineville, big-time matchups against, Williamsburg. So if they can win all them games out, they can still easily be sitting in the top 2 in the RPI.
Now let's go to 4A real quick. We personally watched Johnson Central and Corbin play. Now we could also say Johnson Central won the game, but we could also say Corbin was right with them.
Yes.
So now Johnson Central is set number 1 in 4A in the RPI. So that can tell us pretty easily Corbin's right there if anybody in 4A. So look at all these teams in the 13th region. We haven't even talked about Williamsburg. Don't ever leave out Jerry Harrod and the Williamsburg Jackets up there. Ever. They're going to be there. And look at what Knox Central did a few weeks ago by beating Hazard. There's a lot of good teams in this area that are really going to be hard outs for anybody. And I'm going to go to Bell County for a minute. What a win, folks. I've watched Rockcastle twice this year. Rockcastle's the real deal. They was number 4 in the state 3A for a reason. And that was a statement game Bell did against Rockcastle County. And that's the reason why they jumped literally, 3 spots in the RPI and was lined up number 2 in the RPI by winning that game and winning it that convincingly. But just, again, it's an exciting time in football, but it's an exciting time in all. Soccer district starts this week. I think volleyball might start next week. I think this might be the last week of volleyball or last 2 weeks of volleyball. But it's all winding down. Very exciting times in a lot of it. But Edward, great show, and again, you brought it like always. I guess I'm going to leave the floor to you. What are you doing this week? Final thoughts? Any football, soccer, volleyball talk, whatever it is, it's yours. The floor is yours.
Man, I'm just excited to get a chance to get out and try to cover a few games this week. But I'm going to leave you with this. Set your goals high and don't stop till you get there. Bo Jackson.
Can't go with that Bo nose. I'll never forget the picture years ago with him with the shoulder pads and the baseball bat. You had Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, both that time, 2 sports stars. Wow, they were super heavyweight athletes back then. But it's a great show. Wanted to again thank all of our photographers, all of our viewers that tuned in to us tonight. Great views. Want to thank our sponsors, and just want to just thank everybody that pours in their love, their ideals and thoughts to us every week. Again, I'm going to go back to our sponsors real quick. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now. So again, but we love what we're doing, and we're going to keep fighting a good fight, and hopefully we can keep doing this for you. But that being said, I want to leave you all with this. Things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. The late, great John Wooden, and gotta love him. From all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, good night and God bless.